Welcome to the Metaphysical Manifesting Podcast with intuitive lightworker, national speaker, metaphysical teacher, and best-selling author Lisa Kessler. What is it you want to manifest? Are you looking to increase your income, change careers? Maybe you want to manifest a new home or a new car. Are you ready to bring love into your life? You have come to the right place.
Hello, everyone. I'm so glad that you're here today. So I have my Metaphysical Meetup Facebook group, and last week I was in the group after a webinar and I was feeling really pumped up, and I shared about why I do manifesting coaching. Why did I decide to do this? I write full time. I have 46 books out now, I think. Why did I decide that I wanted to coach women and help them manifest their best lives? And deep down, the real reason is that I want to see light spread in the world, and nothing inspires me more than seeing someone succeed. And when I was a kid, I thought I would grow up and be a teacher. And I guess maybe part of it is that I love showing women how they can tap into their own intuition, their own gifts, and really build the life that they deserve, the life of their dreams. You know, we all incarnated and came here into this life, if we're going to get metaphysical. We all came here to learn things and grow. We came here to live out our dreams. We didn't come here to struggle. We didn't come here to live in fear. We came here to just expand and grow. And if you think about things like a sunset, there is no evolutionary reason for that sunset to be gorgeous, right? But it is because this is our playground. This is our world where we came to manifest a life that we dreamed of. And that is exciting to me. It's so exciting that I think it was, the beginning of 2022, my husband asked me, because I've always read tarot cards on the side. It's always been, like my side business when I'm writing full time. I used to work in metaphysical shops doing tarot readings. I would do tarot readings at book events. I got hired for private events to read tarot. And when COVID hit, I started reading tarot through Zoom. And that's when I really built up my clientele internationally and doing year ahead readings and that kind of thing. Year ahead readings are definitely my most popular reading, and all my spots would be full and sold out from December and January. And so in January of 2022, when my husband said, if you were going to grow your tarot reading, what would you want to do? And the first thing that popped in my head was, I would love to coach my clients through the whole year, because when we do a year ahead reading, there's a card for each month of the year and a mantra for the year. And every year clients come back for the next year's reading and they're like, oh, the cards were right on. And oh, I wish I had done my mantra all year. And I kept hearing that over and over, and I thought, I wish that I could stand side by side with my clients and help them make the year everything it was meant to be. And I couldn't stop thinking about it. And I told some of my writer friends about it, and they were like, well, why aren't you doing that? And I thought, well, because I don't know. I don't know if people would want to do that. And so I put up a little secret page on my author page to see if anybody wanted to sign up. And instantly 5 people had signed up. I was like, okay, well, maybe I need to learn how to do an online business. And so I hired a coach and she taught me the ins and outs of how to build this from the ground up and take it seriously. And it made all the difference. So I had my soft launch with the people who had signed up instantly, but then I started in earnest, and it has been so fulfilling to see women manifest things that they didn't even know were possible. It really is almost like seeing magic. And that has been so fulfilling, and I love it. And I like to help women really grow in not only their spiritual path, but also showing them different metaphysical techniques that they can use to figure out what resonates with them, because people are all different. And it isn't just, read this book and now you have all of the answers, because everyone has different questions, right? So when we all work together and you find what works for you so that you can always tap in to your spiritual team, to your angels, to your higher self, then you're never alone in this journey. And when life gets messy, because it always does, those are learning opportunities. So if we can get to a point where we're enlightened enough to go, okay, what am I supposed to learn from this tough situation? Then we can learn the lesson, release it, and move on to the next exciting thing. And it really changes every aspect of your life. And so anyway, I had people asking me, what does it look like when we work with you? And for me, I have 2 different offerings. So I work with people one-on-one mentoring, which does involve that year ahead reading, where you have a path for the year, spiritually speaking, so that each month you know what your focus is. And you also have a mantra for the year. And those are powerful. And my clients read their mantra at least once a week. And it really keeps your mind focused on, where am I going this year? What is the point of my growth? What am I growing toward? And that makes all the difference when you're manifesting, because of course, the law of attraction says that whatever you're putting out is what's coming to you. So by reading your mantra and staying focused on where you're going, you are telling the universe, this is where I'm going. And it's amazing how the dominoes fall so that that's where you end up. It's just over and over. It's thrilling. And not only just because I get to cheer on the success, but also because when we achieve this goal that we have, this dream, it reinforces that we are loved, that we are part of something bigger than ourselves, that we are right where we are supposed to be. And that is such a comforting piece, to know that you are exactly where you're supposed to be at exactly the right time. So anyway, that's kind of why I do what I do. And then the other thing that I offer is the Manifesting Mastermind. And this has really been a powerhouse, because basically it's group manifesting with group visualization. And I don't want to say it's magic, but it feels that way sometimes, because let's take that law of attraction. You're putting out this energy. Let's say you're looking for a new job and you are doing, concentrated visualization. You are putting out energy to the universe of your perfect job. You can imagine what your life looks like. You can imagine what you do now that you're in this job that you love. You can imagine the money in your bank account, all that kind of thing. And you're sending that energy out to the universe. And if you're taking small steps toward it every day, way, that magnifies the energy. And when you take one step, the universe is taking 10,000 more, right? So imagine if there were 6 people, 10 people who every week are sending out that same energy, seeing you succeed, seeing you get that big dream. Do you see how magnified that energy is? So we have manifested new jobs, new places to live, new homes. We have manifested new. One of our masterminders, there we go, actually wanted to manifest more joy in her life and she wasn't even looking for work, but this job came to her. A friend contacted her who had interviewed for a job that really wasn't right for her, but I think it'll be right for you. And she reached out to the recruiters about it. And in the end, she landed a job that paid her substantially more money than her old job. And she hadn't even been looking. But all of us had been sending out energy every week for her to have this better life that she was looking for. She didn't even know that would be wrapped up in a new job. Do you see how those miracles happen? So if you can leave the how up to the universe, I know I've told you guys that before. We worry about the what we want and why we want it, and the universe brings it to us. That's the magic of the mastermind, is we send out so much energy for your end result that the universe just powers through and brings things into your life, maybe things you weren't even expecting, that will get you to that end goal faster, better. It's amazing. So the mastermind meets weekly. So it is a commitment because we all show up for each other. Every Wednesday night, there we are. And we do a ritual. We pull tarot cards. We set goals. We report back on how we did the week before. And then is the powerhouse. That's the group visualization that we finish with every week. And every week we watch people make progress. It's been very exciting. So I do those two things, one-on-one and the mastermind. And I have clients who do both at the same time, because the one-on-one, you're also getting more readings that are just for you. I do channeled readings from angels and spirit guides and that kind of thing to really help you stay inspired and on track. So that's kind of what it looks like to work with me. And then I wanted to also mention that there are also things that people ask, and I know I invited you to ask questions and I love it, but there's always the question of, if it's doing this much good in the world, why does it cost money? And that is actually an excellent question, because think of money as energy, because really that's all it is. You put out energy for your work and somebody pays you with, paper money that we have all decided is worth the energy of your work. So really money is just an energy exchange. So with that in mind, think of all the free things that you take, that you download and never look at, or you win and you never cash it in, because there was no energy exchange there. You haven't put in any of your energy into it because it cost you nothing. It was just, it's too easy to not do the work if you don't have any energy invested in it. Does that make sense? So anyway, for the people who ask, that's why it costs money. Plus, I put in a whole bunch of energy holding space for all of these amazing women who are manifesting amazing things. I'm putting out my energy and my metaphysical gifts and that kind of thing toward this end. So my energy is also, there should be an energy exchange for that. So that's why it costs money. But if you aren't willing to invest in yourself, you are telling the universe that you're not worth it. And that's not true. So that's why anytime you invest in yourself, it is always the safest investment ever because you can't lose it. When you invest in yourself, you are never throwing your money away because you personally are growing and nobody can take that away from you. Right? So really, it's your best investment ever when you put money toward growing yourself, right? So this is kind of where I was going with the why of why I do this, but it's also the why of why you are here, why you're listening to this podcast. Your guides and angels are always around you, and we can't hear them with our physical ears. We hear them with our intuition, our third eye, deep in our gut, right? And they can manipulate energy. So if you saw this podcast, if it came up in your social media feed or Amazon said, you might like this podcast, all those kind of things, it is not random. Your guides wanted you to be here. They wanted you to hear the message. They wanted you to think. And so anyway, again, you're right where you are supposed to be. And what my clients generally look like is they're usually women who are successful, but maybe feeling stuck. Maybe your life has become wash, rinse, repeat. And that's no way to live, right? We get through the week and then on the weekend we do laundry and clean the kitchen and then we're back to another week of work. And life should be so much more magical than that. And so typically my clients are women who are pretty intelligent, driven, and very nurturing, take care of everybody else except themselves. And they're feeling burnt out, tired, and really they've lost that spark, right? They've lost their joy. Life has become this boring routine. And if this sounds like you, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're listening because it doesn't have to be that way. You can live an inspired, soul-driven life, I promise, and you deserve that. So if you are still listening now and you're like, oh my gosh, that's me, please scroll down in the show notes and click that Metaphysical Meetup group. Join us there on Facebook. That costs you nothing. If you're just curious, try it out. I'm live in that group twice a week. It's just a very positive, safe space for you to, start to grow. Also, if you're really fired up and you're like, yes, I want to put energy into myself, let's do this, then hit that Q&A link to schedule a free Q&A Zoom with me. And what we do during that is it's like a half hour and we'll talk about what do you want in your life? What do you feel like you're missing? What's holding you back? And then I'll let you know if I think I can help. We'll talk about what the options are. And if not, I'll still send you a whole bunch of energy for things to get better. All right? So you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So be sure to click those links. I can't wait to meet you and talk to you. And thanks so much for listening and for spreading light in the world. It's so important right now. And it's so empowering to see people change their lives. And you know what? You can do it. I totally believe in you. I know you can do it, whether we work together or not. All right? I'm sending you all kinds of good vibes. Thanks for being here and keep doing what you're doing, okay? You deserve the life of your dreams.
Thanks for listening to the Metaphysical Manifesting Podcast with Lisa Kessler. If you have questions or comments, or if you'd like to work with Lisa to manifest your dreams, you can connect with her through her website at metaphysicalmanifesting.net. That's also where you can claim your free weekly tarot reading and manifesting tips. Make sure you subscribe or follow the Metaphysical Manifesting Podcast on your favorite podcasting site so you never miss another episode. As Lisa likes to say, we can make magic when we bring the universe into the equation. Remember, you don't have to do it alone. If you'd like more information about Lisa, Metaphysical Manifestation Mentorship, or the Manifesting Magic Mastermind, visit her website at metaphysicalmanifesting.net.